time to do some ghostface ASMR. Okay, but let's get into the update.
Well, sometimes that is better.
Hey everybody, what's up? Killjoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we're talking all about Scream 6. We may have just gotten some details on the old subway chase scene coming in Scream 6, but before we get into that, I'm gonna need you guys to like this video and subscribe, or not. You know, I maybe not, I don't know. Maybe you clicked on the wrong video and you're wondering why this pale dude is screaming a bunch of horror news at you. Well, get used to it, because that's what this page is all about, baby. Ah! Also, buy a Red Right Hand shirt, link in the description. Now, before we really get into this, I kind of want to give a big spoiler warning. If you haven't been following the updates, you may not know about this kind of stuff. So if you're like, I haven't really been following it and I want to be surprised by what is probably going to be the coolest chase scene in the movie, maybe skip this video. And the other thing is, I feel okay reporting on this because a lot of this isn't even coming from leaks. A lot of these photos and videos we're about to see right now were publicly released, some of them even by the studio. So getting into this, a little while ago, well, I guess I should say a long while ago, we got this picture of Sam Carpenter, Tara Carpenter, and Chad Meeks Martin looking at the New York subway system. Now, I actually compared this picture to a real-life picture of what the New York City subway system looks like, and just by looking at like the background, not just that map that all of them are looking at, it kind of looks like they're at a subway terminal. And if you still don't believe me, they also released this picture, which is all the cast and crew members sitting on a fake subway car. So there's no way you can tell me that there's not going to be some kind of chase, or at least a scene on a subway car in the new film. This is all publicly released information too, before people start coming at me in the comments about posting about leaks. Now, all of this gets a little more interesting talking about this Canadian content creator, Billy. On TikTok, her handle is Billy Bop Billy, and I'm really jealous of that name, let me tell you. Billy Bop Billy sounds like the inventor of Kids Bop. Billy Bop Billy invented Kids Bop all the way back in 1892 when he bopped his billies backwards. Billy was cast as an extra in Scream 6, and we know this from her TikTok where she posted a picture of her actually going to Mel's studio where they filmed a lot of this new movie. Billy also described a bumpy subway chase scene that looks similar to what they did on Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. In a quote, Billy said, "I had to shove Ghostface on the subway and we were trying to plan where best to put him. And I just said no, but if we put him there, I took the guy next to me and moved him. The guy in question was the director and I didn't know it. Everyone was super uncomfortable, but I think the director liked me because I was clumsy." She also details a fun fact saying, "Fun fact, in the subway scene, they took a real subway car and created a way to make it move for real. It doesn't just move in the windows, it moves for real. And when it shakes for real. And the extras who fall for real. Oh my god!" Billy also describes a few other scenes that she played an extra in, one being a Halloween party where she's dressed as a bride, probably a reference to Ready or Not. She's dressed a little more business casual when it comes to a Metro in New York City scene, and then she's dressed even a little more casual here in a scene that is apparently just friends in the street. I think it's just the color pattern on that last picture, but it kind of makes me think of a Starbucks barista for whatever reason. Regardless though, this is all very exciting stuff, and that story about her possibly moving like Tyler Gillette or Matt Bettinelli open out of the way or whatever sounds hilarious to me. Now, there's not really too much to go off of based off of an extra from all of these other sequences in the movie, but talking specifically about the subway chase scene, now we kind of know that other people are going to be on board if they needed extras for that scene. I remember speculating in the past a scene where maybe Liana Liberato gets chased down a terminal late at night, where she then has to go on the subway alone, maybe with just a few other strangers or something, and gets chased by Ghostface. But now I'm starting to think that maybe this happens during the day. How scary would it be to be on a subway during the day and then like all these other people are there, you know, you feel maybe a little safe, maybe not too safe, but safe enough. And then Ghostface chases you into the back car and then stabs you in the neck. You know, that always sucks when that happens. Going back to something Melissa Barrera had said about this film, and I'm paraphrasing here, but she essentially said that like people don't want to get involved when they see things like this in New York City. And they're going to play off of that in Scream 6. I think that's genius. I love this idea of utilizing the bystander effect, which is essentially just like when you see something awful happening, you want to get the heck out of there because danger bad. That's what our smooth brains tell us, at least. Going back to the Jason Takes Manhattan subway chase scene too, kinda plays out exactly the same way Melissa describes this new scene in Scream 6 is going. We literally have our leading lady in Jason Takes Manhattan scream for help in the scene, to which it cuts to another character on the bus and he's just kind of just like, yeah, whatever, I'm looking the other way. Not only is this perfect for a Scream film to reference another big horror movie set in New York City as well, but it also plays into some really cool social commentary that I'm all about personally. And if you thought this video was over, oh no, there's still more to talk about regarding that Jason Takes Manhattan sequence, because within that same scene, what happens is they escape Jason on the subway car, and then Jason kind of looks around, where the heck did they go? He jumps out of the emergency exit on the back car, looks around for everybody, and then kind of gets jump scared onto this electric rail to where he gets electrocuted. Not to death, of course, because the movie still goes for like another 10-15 minutes. So I know a lot of us have been speculating that Ghostface is going to kill someone in this scene, but the real question is how? There are many ways that you can die on a subway track, by either getting hit by a subway car passing by, maybe falling off of it and breaking your neck, or maybe Ghostface pushes somebody onto an electric rail and electrocutes them to death in what would be a super over-the-top and borderline ridiculous kill. Now, as much as I want Scream to stay reality-bound, it wouldn't be the first time we've had a ridiculous and over-the-top kill in this franchise, so to do this wouldn't exactly be out of place, and would make for an electrifying death. I also think it would be interesting to not just make the exact same chase scene. Like in this scene, for instance, Jason is the one to get electrocuted. So to do the reverse of this, where Ghostface pushes someone into the rail and then electrocutes them to death and then just kind of walks off, that feels very Scream. The whole idea of Scream goes back to the idea that our main characters are familiar with slasher movies, so much so that they know the rules to survive one. But even then, some of them still die, including Randy, who is probably the biggest aficionado out of all of them. So that idea of a chase scene that mocks Jason Takes Manhattan while also having things play out a little differently sounds pretty damn cool to me. That would be a really cool constant theme throughout the movie, that whenever something happens like this, everyone else just kind of gets the heck out of there. They don't want to help. They're just like, nope, we're out. Sorry, seen this too many times in New York before. Not only would it be some subtle commentary that I think would be a really nice addition to this movie, but it would also just really aid a lot of these chase sequences. Think about how many more places you can do chase sequences in New York opposed to like a small town setting, kind of similar to Woodsboro. When you have a bunch of people in your setting that are used to crime happening all the time, they're gonna want to just get the heck out of there when they smell something happening that's bad. So I really think we're gonna see much more public kills in this movie, something that I know people had a problem with in Scream 5, but I think it works, and I'm really excited to see that utilized more in this new film, opposed to just going to somebody's house or apartment where they then get a phone call and get stabbed. We've seen that happen before. I want to see some public kills. But what do you guys think about all this? Does it work to have Ghostface kill somebody in broad daylight and for nobody to help, and maybe the cops don't show up fast enough? Does that work for you or no? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this brand new Scream 6 video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content in the future. Also, please buy a Red Right Hand shirt. They're limited time only, and they're only going to be around until December 20th, so get one while they're hot. Thank you guys for watching again, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.